If you're new to welding like me, I'm going to explain to you a great place to start. All the equipment I'm using to start my TIG welding journey, including the TIG welder itself, all the accessories for the TIG welder that you're going to need, tungsten, filler rod, gas, gloves, welding helmet, and everything you see here minus the argon and some scrap pieces of metal were purchased off Amazon. Additionally, everything here was purchased on a budget, and I'll go over the total at the end, and that'll cover everything that you need to get started welding. Now for you returning viewers, you know I'm not an excellent welder by any means. I've got a cheap MIG that I've used to fab up a few things, including a hood stack for my diesel Colorado.
Oh yeah.
I got a lot of flack for that one. But I've always wanted to fabricate, and I have two excellent cars here that need a lot of fabrication, and a TIG welder is going to be a must for pretty much all of it. As usual, everything is linked, including every single thing on this table, including the welder and the table itself. With that being said, let's get this video started. Big upgrade for the garage, though I don't know how to use it.
The AHP 203XI comes with everything you need, and it's packaged really well. This is a welder you can grab on Amazon like everything else here, and it comes in at a price of just $750.
So this is what I went with, the Alpha TIG 203XI. It's their like newest version AC/DC TIG, so I can do steel and aluminum. What's nice about the new one is it has what's called rapid set, so it kind of does a lot of the thinking for you, because I've never TIG welded, not once, and I have no idea what I'm doing, so this will help. But it comes with everything you need, almost everything. So it comes with a foot pedal, it also comes with a hand switch, obviously your ground, your stick welding torch, which I will probably never ever use this, gas feed, gas meter, which I'm actually surprised it came with that, and then your torch. And it comes with multiple lens sizes and multiple actual tungsten holders, if that's what you want to call it. And this whole thing is adjustable, so that's pretty nice too. It's not water cooled or anything, so nothing too crazy, but it does have basically everything that I wanted. I'm really excited to use it. Gotta get a table, gotta get some gas, gotta get a helmet, gotta get some gloves, gotta get some tungsten, gotta get filler rod. This is really only about half of everything I need. Oh, and also, it does have an adapter, so I can just run a regular plug, because right now I don't have 220 plug that has is different than my MIG, so I'll just have to run it on 120, at least for now, till I get something else wired up. But this will be good for all the projects with the LS1 E36 and the E30. The E30 is gonna need a lot of welding. All the turbo piping, the intercooler piping, the downpipe, the exhaust, all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna do what I can with this welder now that I have it. Tons of projects I can do, I'm really excited. Another box showed up today. Let's unbox it. Definitely gonna need this when welding. I got the Yes welder, one of their welding helmets with the side view panels, auto dimming. I'll link this below. Has good reviews on Amazon. And this is a true color welding helmet, so I can actually see color. It's not just black and white. I'm hoping it's going to work out pretty well. It came with a spare battery, spare front shields. Seems like a pretty nice unit. You can adjust the dial on the side for darkness, and inside you have sensitivity of delay. You've got weld, cut, grind. Seems like a nice unit. I'm pretty impressed. I'm excited to try it out.
Next up, I needed a place to do the welding. I ended up going with a Klutch mobile welding workstation. It is a welding card / table / fixture table all in one. Packaged really well, easy to put together, even when you do it wrong. You can grab this on Amazon like everything else, between $300 and $400. You'll see later in the video just how much stuff this welding cart can hold and how I was able to organize everything on it, and even add on an extension for my gas bottle.
I just put it together wrong. This thing is pretty solid. Casters seem nice. Everything bolted together well. Let's see if I can hoist the main part, welding table itself, up on here and get it bolted down. Hopefully it all lines up.
Now, while the top to this table isn't as thick as more expensive models, it is good enough to do the trick. Plus, it's a good size. And then you see all the accessories that came with this. It's pretty incredible, especially for the price. It came with a bunch of clamps, other fixtures, magnets, and it even has a pegboard on the side to hold everything that it comes with.
So overall, I'm really happy with this welding table. It's kind of a mixture of a welding cart and a table. It rolls around, but the top seems pretty decent. It's not super thick. You wouldn't expect it to be super thick at this point, but it comes with a ton of accessories, which I wasn't sure because the description on Amazon was terrible. But it comes with a whole bunch of stuff to help get you started. One of the reasons I got this cart was because it had that lower shelf, which a lot of them don't. Gotta figure out what to do with the gas. We'll go from there. Let me see how this welder fit down below there and how I can get everything nice and organized, because I love organization. So the welder fits in there excellent. And what's nice is I still have room for that top shelf, but before I put all of that stuff on there, I might as well just run to Home Depot and get a piece of plywood that'll fit in there so I can have that whole extra shelf.
Quick run to Home Depot, just got some standard OSB. Wood is insanely expensive, as you guys know. This sheet was like 25 bucks. This sheet of plywood and the angle iron I later get are the only things I didn't purchase from Amazon. Got it measured out, cut it up, tried to fit it in the shelf without taking the whole cart apart, and of course I couldn't do that. So after trying to bang it in there a couple times, I just took the part shelf a little bit, got it situated, and then had it bolted back up.
It's in there, pretty solid. Made the cart even that much more solid, which I was already impressed with the sturdiness of this thing. And I do have some other miscellaneous parts here. Got some metal to practice with. Also probably going to try the first project with the welder, which will be making an extension, a bolt-on extension for the argon bottle, because I want it to roll around with the cart. So I got some chain for that as well. Not sure, I'll put it on one of the sides. Figure that out after I get the argon bottle. Well, I got gas today, 100% argon, so that means I've got everything I need to attempt to weld some metal. And I think I have just the project. So I've got a tank here, but I don't have anywhere to stow it. So I'd like to stow it on the cart itself. So I'm going to see if I can do that. See, that's the problem. I can't move the cart and this together. Well, we've got power. You need to sharpen the tungsten though.
Once the tungsten was sharpened and inserted, it was time to start cutting up the angle iron. So basically the idea was to cut 4 equal pieces of this, cut them at 45-degree angles, weld them together to make the bottom mount to hold the argon bottle. Plus it would get me a lot of welding practice too.
I got all 4 of these. Fitment is pretty decent. And the main purpose of this, obviously to hold the argon bottle, but just practice, a lot of practice. And I have like a foot, about like 1.5 feet, 2 feet left over of this that I'm going to first practice with, and then all the pieces I cut off, all the triangles, I can practice with that too. This is simply just going to be me just running a bead, no filler wire, no nothing. I have never ever TIG welded before, not even the tiniest little bit, so this is all completely new to me. So we're going to see how this goes. Can't be that hard, right? I think it's time to give it a shot. So let's turn this thing on. Rapid set. Oh, okay, it works. Hey, I'm a welder. That actually doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad at all. Holy shit. Let's do that again. Well, hot dog, we are welding. It really doesn't look too bad. Well, maybe I get decent penetration after all. What do you think about that, boys? I don't think that's too shabby at all. Well, I'm pretty pleased with that, to be honest, especially for my first time. Looks like we got some penetration, which is good. Should we try adding some filler wire? Might as well, right? Seems to be working. My rod seems to be sticking in there, which I'm not sure what that means, but I'm just gonna keep practicing, keep trying, and well, at this point, boys, I'm just saying the heck with it. See if I can stick this together. Okay, it's together. Hey, hey, hey! That's a weld, boys. That's a mother frickin' weld. Definitely have some gap to fill, which is hurting me, but all in all, it's practice. I filled a gap. Holy crap! This is a lot of fun, guys. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Now, I certainly made plenty of mistakes here, but that's the only way to learn, is to just give it a whirl. So practicing all these angles and areas was definitely the practice that I needed.
Should have got one of these years ago. Now, what you're not seeing behind the scenes is me running back and forth and sharpening my tungstens, because I'm new at this and occasionally I'll dip it in there on accident. I just have this last piece. Probably have to do some fit up, some grinding work, get that to fit, and then that will be done. You can see I have some decent, like that. That is pretty decent. And then when I have to start filling the wide gaps because my fit up wasn't very good is where it kind of falls apart. I had a lot of gap to fill there. It's going to take a lot of practice, but to be honest, I'm actually doing better than I thought I would be doing at this point.
Now, it really hurt me here, especially with this last piece, was the fit up. That's something I need to improve upon a lot. Having a lot of gap to fill is not helpful at all when you're trying to learn how to weld.
That is definitely one of the best. Well, here it is, boys. This is before doing any grinding on it or anything like that. It is square, it is flat. Having this jig table is amazing because you just set those little round dolly things in there, square it up, and you know it's square, or at least very close to it. I'm gonna bolt it right to the side. The tank's gonna sit on there, and then I'm gonna have a chain up here to hold the top. Gonna drill some holes and then paint it and then bolt it up.
I used the already existing bolt and hole on the side, which is the thickest metal on the cart. And then I only drilled one additional hole. And you know what they say, a grinder and paint makes me the welder that I ain't. Couple coats of paint, let it dry, get it bolted up, and then it's time to install the chain.
first welding project, I'm really happy with it. It holds the bottle on there nice and solid. I'm able to remove the chain here with this link. The bottom's just simply bolted on. I'm really happy with it, and I can just roll the cart right around with no problems. Don't have to worry about the bottle or anything else. Super happy with that. So going over my list here, magnetic welding holder, 15 bucks. The deburring tool, 15 bucks. The tungsten, and that's an assortment of tungsten in different sizes, 35 bucks. Filler rod in 3 different variations of metal, 70. Welding helmet was 90. The welding cart slash fixture table was 360. The welder itself, 750. TIG welding gloves, 15. And the argon bottle and the argon itself from a local welding supply shop was 350. So that brings the total of this budget setup to right around $1,700, which you really can't beat for an AC/DC TIG and everything you need to weld just about anything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful and helpful. If you'd like to support the channel, I've got merch including this hat, this sweatshirt. It's on boostedapexdesigns.com. Thank you all, and we'll see you in an upcoming video. Hopefully doing some more fab work.